And he was like the one that kept them together, as in one person told me that Cayden did not hold malice. So even if they quarrel, teenagers, and go at each other, by the next day, all is well again. And yes, they are hurting. Yes, they are broken. Male, female, but also the teachers.
The student body and teachers at EP Yorke High School are grieving the sudden loss of Cayden Stewart, a fourth form student who was just a few months away from graduating. Cayden tragically drowned on Saturday, only minutes after being baptized during a church trip to Gracie Rock. Samson Jacobs, who had been Cayden's counselor for the past 4 years, recently moved to another school, but knew Cayden better than most. Despite his young age, Cayden has left behind a legacy and set a positive example for many, both younger and older.
He was an avid churchgoer. Even on Sundays when I would tell him to come, he would tell me, sir, I have to go to church first before I come. So his grandmother ensured that he kept that spiritual component. He was like a sponge. He knew how to bring his classmates and his teachers together.
Jacob said he immediately sprang into action upon hearing the heartbreaking news, knowing that Cayden's classmates would need support and counseling due to the profound impact he had on them.
Immediately when I got the report, I contacted the Belize School Counselors Association to ask them if they would be willing to come to EPR on Monday, which is today, to lend support to the students and staff. So when I reached there this morning, I had communicated with my principal to go over also to lend support, since he was my student from first form. So when I went over this morning, I was happy to see the counselor from Wesley College. We had Mr. Pastor Lord, who went over also. The counselor from Nazarene High School to lend support.
ACP Hilberto Romero shared that Cayden drowned in an area of the river that is very deep.
On Saturday, police responded to a report of a drowning at Gracie Rock. Upon arrival, they saw the lifeless body of Cayden Stewart, 16 years. Information that he was along with several other persons swimming. When he went under the water, did not resurface. Persons in the area began to search and found his body. No signs of injuries were observed in the body. He was taken to the morgue awaiting a post-mortem examination.
Is it directly connecting to a baptism?
Yes, they had a baptism prior to they going swimming in that area.
And there were no personnel that could have helped you, to your knowledge?
The area is deep, and he went under, and he was not seen until the persons began to search.
According to Jacobs, Cayden was a leader and set good examples to the rest of his class.
I had them in a chat group, and when we'd meet on Saturdays and Sundays, I would say, guys, we will meet at school for 8 o'clock. Cayden would be the first one to put in that chat group on Saturday morning and say, I done that at school where everybody else is. So he prided himself in punctuality. Another thing is that he dreamed of being this engineer, and one of the things I believe that he wanted to be that, he believed that he owed that to his grandmother. His grandmother was the one who was his immediate caregiver and provider, and so he said, you know what, sir, I want to go and study. He already had a university in the States. He had applied.
Principal Karen Canto said Cayden was also very intelligent.
He's an industrial studies advanced student. He's in the group we tend to fondly call our elites. And that's where our engineers come from that group. And he was the first place currently at second term. He was the first place in for Industrial Studies Advanced, heading to graduation.
The Ministry of Education has expressed heartfelt condolences on the passing of Cayden Stewart, extending their sympathies to his family, friends, teachers, and classmates. In their statement, they noted, quote, his passing is an immense loss not only to his school community, but to the entire education family, unquote. Cayden Stewart will be laid to rest in Dangriga on Sunday, which would have been his 17th birthday. Reporting for News 5, I'm Marion Ali.